I think today I want to have a very practical lesson. I hope everything's practical that can be used that we talk about, but I think today more so. I think if we get the principle that I want to discuss today, I think we'll have a better quality of life. I think it's something that we all struggle with to one degree or another. Nobody in here can say, I've never done that. Probably nobody in here can say, I don't have an issue with that, if you're honest with yourself. Take your Bibles and turn to Genesis chapter 43. I know it's something I have to battle and think about all the time. Somebody has a birthday coming up here pretty soon. It's not today, is it? Today's the 11th? Oh, I thought today was the 10th. Yeah. Happy birthday. Genesis chapter 43. Let's actually start at verse number 1. And the famine was sore in the land, and it came to pass when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said to them, Go again, buy us a little food. And Judah spake unto him, saying, The men did solemnly protest unto us, saying, We shall not see his face, except your brother be with you. If thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. And Israel said, Wherefore dealt thou so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother? Verse 7, And they said, The man asked us straightly out of our state and of our kindred, saying, Is your father yet alive? Have ye another brother? And we told him, according to the tenor of these words, could we certainly know that he would say, Bring your brother down. And Judah said unto Israel his father, Send the lad with me. Listen to this. Judah said, Send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones. I will be surety of him. Of my hand shalt thou require him. If I bring him not unto thee, and set him before thee, then let me bear the blame forever. To blame is to bear blame is to take personal responsibility for something in life. To blame is to resist personal responsibility in life. Judah said, I will be personally responsible. I will be the one that is to blame if I don't bring Benjamin here safely. Even though Joseph was second in charge of Egypt, and he told his brothers, I'm not going to hold you accountable. I'll let you guys go. Wherever I find the cup, I'm going to hold that person responsible. Judah still said, I am going to bear the blame. I am going to take it upon my responsibility to do what I said. Judah accepted personal responsibility. We live in a time today where people refuse that, being very candid and honest. People are adept at placing and transferring blame to other people. They don't want to take responsibility for what is their responsibility, even if it is their fault and their actions are wrong, they still place the blame on somebody else. Think about the very nature of mankind. By the way, the very nature that's in me and the very nature that's in each one of us. Just like Adam blamed Eve. We're just like Adam. It's the woman that thou gavest me. Eve blamed the serpent, blamed the devil for what she did. You know, have you ever heard, I tried to honestly think about this. Have you ever heard a politician say, it's my fault? Ever. Ever. Just the other day, and this goes on both sides of the aisle. I am not picking on one versus the other. They all blame each other. But just the other day, I heard the current vice president say that the bad jobs report, apparently the job openings have increased exponentially over the last month. And she said, it's Trump's fault. He was president 3.5 years ago. I would love to turn on the news one day and hear a politician stand up and say, it's my fault things are going bad. What a day that would be if we ever heard that in life. You and I are responsible for our own actions in life. We are accountable to God. I'm going to tell you a story, and I wouldn't say what I said to this guy. I would not say to just anyone, but I knew this guy really, really well. We were very, very close. And there's probably only 3 or 4 people that I have ever known that close where I could say fully, without pulling back the reins on what I may convey, I could tell him fully what I thought. His daughter was molested by her stepfather. He called me and he said, Jeff, I'm going to kill him. Now, what I said to him, if somebody else come up to me, I wouldn't say it this way, but I knew him well. And I asked him, why was she in the home with his stepfather? He said, well, Jeff, you know that she lives with our mom and him. I said, oh, okay. I said, why don't you and your mom live together now? You know we're divorced. Okay. Would that have happened if you were still married to her and you were still in the home? I said, no. He said, I know where you're going with this. Are you blaming me for what happened? I said, no, absolutely not. I said, but there's plenty of blame to go around. Plenty of blame to go around, which allowed this to happen. It didn't start the day he did that. There's plenty of blame in the past to get to that point in life. I said, report him to the cops. Don't kill him. Then you're going to put away. Report him to the cops. Help your daughter. Love on her. Be there for her. But understand, in almost every situation, there's plenty of blame to go around. The truth of the matter is this. When you and I are involved in any situation, and we have the urge to place the blame on somebody else, if we go back far enough, we will find that some of the blame lies with us. We have to be willing to take personal responsibility for the situations in life. If you go to college and you don't do well, it's on you. It's on you. Same way with you guys. We don't think that problems that we have, that we bear any load of responsibility for it. But we always have greater responsibility than we're willing to admit. We will give an account for everything that we've done in this body, in this flesh. Romans 14:12 says, you don't need to turn there, it says, so then every one of us shall give an account of himself to God. But you know, that seems such a long ways away, if we're honest, doesn't it? Wow, I've got a long time before that happens. Well, maybe, maybe not. But we need to learn to accept responsibility today. Today, we need to learn to accept responsibility. This is a current need in my life. When things happen to me, the easiest thing to do in life is say, it's her fault. It's the woman now gave this to me. It's her. Usually it is now. Okay, that's the easy. That's the easiest thing to do. You know, if I was going to counsel people that were getting married, and honestly, counsel people who were trying to restore their marriage, I'd give them a couple of things that I would emphasize. And one is to take responsibility for yourself, for your actions when things go awry in a marriage. We can always find something wrong with the other person. Isn't that right, Lauren? Always find something. And secondly, I would say, own it. Own what you've done, what I've done in life, and then determine to fix it. You can only fix you. You can't fix him. You can't fix him. He is unfixable. He is unfixable. I'm not saying to take the blame and for anything that the other person has done. I'm saying do what you can do to fix you. Have y'all ever heard of the book Excellence Wins? It's a great business book, actually. I've read a lot of business books. Horst Schultz, he was the guy that created the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Have you ever stayed in one? I've stayed in one time. It was like, wow, like $600 a night, and it was nice. He had a situation in his hotels where big dollar hotels. It wasn't Motel 6. I mean, it was a big dollar hotel. You walk in and there's marble floors and huge, probably $50,000 chandeliers. I mean, it's unbelievable when you walk in there. And they were serving room service breakfast in one of his hotels that was always cold. Always cold. It would have been really easy to say, cook, delivery guy, what is your problem? But he said, you know what, I'm going to dig into this and find out what the real issue is. And he dug into it. And lo and behold, it was because of a financial decision that he made and cut back on people's ability, his employees' ability to deliver things on. It was him. And he wrote a book, said, Excellence Wins. And he said, after going all through that and having in my mind, first of all, it's their fault, and it's their fault, and it's their fault. And he says, all of a sudden I realize it's my fault. That's the kind of life that we need to start living when problems and issues come to us in life. What have I done that I need to change in life? There's another book that I read. I would say it's a great business book as well. Extreme Ownership. Have y'all heard of that one? Extreme Ownership? We talked about it yesterday, didn't we? By Jocko Willink, I think is how he pronounces his last name, and Leif Babin. He stressed that leaders need to take personal responsibilities for failures in their command that were committed by their subordinates. That is the way we ought to look at life. But all of us are predisposed to looking to blame somebody else first. It's my brother's fault. And you'd probably be right, Ben. But take responsibility for yourself. I used to tell where I retired from, I had a lot of people working for me, but the ones that worked directly under me were division vice president, or regional vice presidents. And there were 5 of them. And I used to tell them this: it is my responsibility solely to help you succeed. And if you fail, and if you mess up, that failure, that mess up, is on me. We're in this together. And I never want them to think that I am looking to blame them for a problem that goes on. And the same thing applies to siblings and to spouses. Don't look to blame, look to fix. In this lesson, I want to talk about some very practical areas of life that we need to take responsibility for and not blame other people. Or a better way of saying that is learn to accept responsibility in life. I've got 5 things that I've gone through and looked at that I think that we fail to take responsibility for. I could name probably 20 others, but I thought these were the most poignant for the Christian life. And number 1, spend time with the Lord. We have excuses as to why we can't. But there's no question the difference in my life when I spend time with the Lord and when I don't is literally night and day. It's light and darkness. No matter what excuse we give in life, there is no excuse for not spending time with Him. There is literally no excuse. A day without the Lord is on me. It is my responsibility to do that. It's up to me to manage my time in life so that I always spend the necessary time with Him. What did Adam and Eve do in the garden before the fall? Walked with the Lord in the cool of the day. If they needed to do that prior to the fall, how much more do we need to do that, being fallen, sinful creatures? My life changed when I realized and did something about that. Now, I'm going to be very careful about what I'm going to tell you here. I do not, the Lord knows my heart and what I'm thinking. I am not trying to be pious about what I'm getting ready to say at all. I am saying it as an example to show that we do what we want to do. It has been almost 12 years, and I've not missed one day in 12 years in spending time with the Lord. I don't say that piously. I say it to show that we can do whatever we want to do. In that 12 years, I was flying all over the country, sometimes having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to read my Bible, to pray, to take a shower, to get dressed, and then fly to the airport to catch a 5 o'clock flight in the morning in Minneapolis, I'm thinking about right now. We do what we want to do. Now, I'm not talking about reading the Bible, reading John 3:16 and saying, did my Bible reading for the day. I'm talking about spending 30 minutes to an hour every morning for almost 12 years, because I know for me, I need that. And I know for me, if I don't do that, who I become. We do. It is my responsibility to do that. And it's your responsibility to do that, to walk with the Lord. We must take it on as our responsibility to spend time with Him and let everything else go if we have to, or to make my schedule where I can make it happen in life. I can't blame me not spending time on anyone but me if I don't do that. And I pray to God every day, Lord, every day till I die, help me to have You as a priority in my life. If we want to make it that way, it will happen. Number 2, we must take responsibility to manage the stress in our life. We live in a stressful society. I imagine the pressures come down constantly on you, Terry, for school, for production. Their test scores need to go up, whatever they say. I don't know all that they'll say. But I imagine the stress probably never ends. What am I going to do with this child who just won't listen? The stresses never end. We all deal with them. We live in a world of stress, and we have to battle that stress all the time. We each face it. But there's some that we can limit in life. And I've looked at my life. Where can I limit the self-induced stresses that come my way? I'm going to tell you what they are, and you're going to think, well, Jeff, that's stupid. But it's a reality. And Linda will back up what I'm saying about this. I had a lot of stresses at work. I couldn't eliminate them. I had responsibility for delivering $500 million in revenue. And if in one quarter, if I was supposed to deliver $200 million and didn't get it, whoo, man, I heard it. Oh, I heard it. Couldn't do anything about that. That's just what I had to put up with in life. But I did have self-imposed stresses. One of them is this. You cannot help in driving in Memphis but to be stressed out. Linda would tell you, I would get mad. I would get mad. At times, I wish I was somebody that cussed so I could pull up next to them and give them a piece of my mind. But I'm a Christian. I can't do that. I decided I'm not going to get mad. I decided I'm not going to get mad. I'm better than I used to be, right? And you know what that did? Reduced stress in my life. Here's another stupid one, but it was real in my life. I have been, since I was about 6 years old, a huge Memphis State basketball and football fan. Huge. Never any good in football, but that was my team. If they lost, Katie barred the doors. Linda said, oh, I need to get out of the house tonight. Why am I doing that? Why do I make that stress me out? I am going to stop. I have more stress than I can handle. Why am I adding more in my life? And I ask you, what is that stupid thing in your life that needs to be stopped? The stress you're adding to your life. Stresses don't just happen. We allow them to happen. It is our decision. Stressing about moving. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. It just happens. We think. But we allow it to stress us out. And we need to guard against that. We don't operate well in life. We snap at people when stresses have entered our life. Number 3, we need to take responsibility for the sleep, the rest, the nutrition, and the exercise in our life. We just live life. I'm going to tell you, people make fun of me and Linda all the time. I don't even care. 8:30 or 9, I'm going to bed. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. And when I wake up in the morning, I woke up this morning, I said, Linda, man, I slept. This was 4:30 in the morning. I said, I slept so good last night. Getting the rest I need in life, the sleep I need in life, it's on you. It's on me. And if we're walking through life zombies because we're tired all the time, it's something that we can control. Obviously, y'all heard it 100 times. I'm retired now. Linda keeps me busy. I'm out messing with goats and dogs and chickens and ducks and 40 acres of grass and doing all of that all the time. But I need this 65-year-old body is not 35 anymore, or 40, or even 50. I need some rest. So at about 1 o'clock, I'll do this. I'm out in the middle, sweat's just pouring down. I'm going inside, and I'm going to take a 30-minute nap. I run in and get in the door. Linda, I need 30 minutes. 30 minutes up, I wake up, and I'm ready to go. You know, we have some stupid responsibilities that would help impact our life in a good way. I can't push myself like I used to. Most of you cannot either. It is your responsibility for your health. I've talked to Lauren a lot about nutrition in life. Matter of fact, she knows her stuff. She's really good at that. If you have any nutritional questions, that's the lady to go to right there. Americans are overweight. Americans don't eat right. I know what's good for me to eat. I know what's not. I still like Krispy Kreme donuts, but I've had to stop eating them. I've had to stop eating them. My weight and my nutrition is on me. Now, I kid my wife and tell her, you are making me fat. It is your fault that I'm fat. She said, Jeff, I'm going to tell you what your problem is. It's your elbow. You will not keep that thing from bending to your mouth all the time. It's on me. This is a stupid, silly thing. But what I'm saying is there are many areas of life where the result that we're living with is on us. It's nobody else's fault how much sleep I get in life, how much rest I get from the work of life, what kind of nutrition I feed my body. It's on you, Carl. It's on us. How much exercise I get. Americans are flat out not in shape. I've seen some pictures. I saw something the other day online, and it showed a beach in, I think it was 1950. And it said, do you notice there's not one fat person here? And I looked at it real close. No, there wasn't. Not one fat. And then they showed another one, like of 2015. Everybody was fat. That is on us. Who are we blaming in life for all the problems that we have in life? They're on us. We need to be wise about putting the blame in life where it properly belongs. Spiritually, are we as close to the Lord as we should be? Well, you don't know how I was raised. No, I don't. But my spiritual walk is on me. It's on nobody else. It's on me. I don't care how my parents were, how my friends were in life. It is on me. All these are my responsibility in life. We would take a giant step forward in living the Christian life if we would learn almost everything is my responsibility in life. I cannot blame anybody else in life. We don't have to blame other people. I am responsible for my emotions and my reactions to things in life. Linda will tell you, at one time, man, I had a quick temper. Boom, it's gone. It's off to the races, buddy. That's on me. Proverbs 25:28 says, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. My feelings and my reactions to any situation should be under my control, and I should control it and shouldn't respond emotionally and react emotionally. People don't make us mad. Anger is a response that we choose in life. I choose to be angry, or I choose not to be angry, no matter the external circumstances that I am facing. It is my decision in life. Proverbs 19:11 says, the discretion of a man deferreth his anger. What's deferreth means? It means put it off. He puts off that anger. And it is his glory to pass over a transaction. I choose not to be mad. I choose not to react in a bad way. That is on me, and I can't blame my actions on anybody else, no matter what they've done. Feelings and emotions shouldn't control us. We must control them. They are our responsibility to control. And lastly, my words, my actions, my thoughts, and my companions are all things that I can control. All of them. Let me see. I'm going to read Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Be careful what you say. Be careful what we say to other people. Spouses are the worst at this, saying things that shouldn't be said to the other. Control our words. Proverbs 4:23. We need to keep our heart, the desires that we have in life. Proverbs 4:23 says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it, the heart, are the issues of life. It is our responsibility to control what this heart desires, what we want in life. We are the ones that determine the companions that we have in life and how they influence us in life. Proverbs 13:20 says this, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. I had a friend in high school, a decent guy. I didn't know him extremely well, but was a close acquaintance, I would say. He started hanging out with a guy that I'm going to call the shady guy. He decided to start hanging out with this guy, the shady guy. Back when I was in school, I don't know that they do this today, but what we did on Friday nights, you know what did guys do on Friday nights? Got in their cars and just rode around. That's all we did. And you remember that, Terry? And rode around. And one day, shady guy went and picked up my friend. And as they were riding, shady guy pulled into a convenience store to get something to drink or something. And while he was in there, he ran out real fast to the car and said, I just robbed that place. You just robbed the convenience store? Yeah. About an hour later, the cops pull him over and take both of them to jail. I was just in the car with him. I didn't do it. Didn't even know it went on. He still got 5 years. You chose your companion. Still his fault. Ian, be careful who you hang around. Even in Christian college, be careful who you hang around. Choose your companions. It's on you. It's not on them. It's on you. I'm responsible for my thoughts in life. I can't control what initially pops in there, but I can control dwelling on them. 2 Corinthians 10, 3 through 5. I'm just going to read the last verse number 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God. Listen to this. Bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Even my thoughts are my responsibility, and I can't blame them on anybody else. I am trying to say that in life, we would be a different person if we learn to be responsible for everything in our life and not put blame on anyone in life other than me. This world is full of babbling psychologists that say we have to build your esteem. No, my esteem is too good already. It's too good already. I need to press that thing down, and so do you. And we need to understand where we are in life and that we are responsible for the things that we do in life. I'll close with this. Even homosexuals, and gender-confused people often say this: well, I was made this way. This is how God made me. No, you're trying to transfer your blame to God. God made us male and female. We were all conceived and shapen in iniquity, the Bible tells us. And part of that iniquity that we have to battle every day, is looking to push blame in my life for who I am, what I've done, where I am situated in life on somebody else. And it's squarely on my shoulders who I am today. And it's squarely on your shoulders who you are today. Let's learn that we have a responsibility to do and act as we should. And then when we fail, it's me. Lord, I am the one in need of prayer. I am the one that needs you. We will learn a great lesson. We will differentiate ourselves in this world if we learn to take blame for the things that happen in life. We're dismissed.